Coming at you harder than a Yevgeny Malkin slash to the neck. It's the Men in Orange and Black, the podcast for the sane Flyer fan out there. With me, as always, we have Matt Craig. I'm Steve Murray. Matt, it's like 70 degrees out today, man. Look at this.
That's fantastic. You know, I was debating whether or not to wear a Flyers jersey tonight for the pod, and I thought, you know what? It's a beautiful night outside. No need for long sleeves. Let's go short sleeves, baby.
Whoa. I just realized you're wearing white.
Yeah.
No.
Well, the Men in Orange and Black right there. Right there.
I don't know if that qualifies.
And I got plenty of orange and black back here, so we're all good. Thank you.
All right, I record the rest of this episode under protest.
Very good.
We're deviating from the brand, but I'm not going to make you change.
Rules are meant to be broken there, bud.
Tell that to Malkin.
Right.
He's got a baseball career after he retires from hockey.
Unbelievable. Deservedly so got that suspension.
I think that was too little, man. I mean, this is his third suspension. I don't remember what the second one was for, but I know what the first one was for.
Oh, yeah.
Swinging at Michael Roffel's head.
Oh, yeah.
And thank God he missed.
Oh, yeah.
He only got one game for that, which was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think it was the same season. Jake Voracek got 2 games for reverse checking Johnny Boychuk. I don't get it.
Yeah.
No.
Player
It's the
safety.
Penguins, the NHL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
NHL
did Malkin
does
get?
everything
How many did Malkin get suspended from, or number of games?
5.
It should have been 10.
Not nearly enough.
That should have been 10 minimum.
Absolutely.
I mean, he goes over the top like this.
Yeah.
And they tell you never to lift your stick up off the ice to begin with. So, I mean, what are you doing a cowabunga kind of move?
Well,
like that.
If you watch the video, if you watch the video, he like is going to do it, and then he stops himself, and then he's like, screw it.
Screw it. That's 10-game suspension, like right there.
It should be.
A total 10-game suspension. Yeah.
It should be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But we're here to talk about the Flyers, even though this impacts the Flyers, because the last game they played before we recorded was the Penguins, and Malkin's serving the first of his 5 games.
There you go.
But in the meantime, your Flyers over the last little stretch since our last episode procured 8 out of possible 12 points. So if we look at the season, I said at the break. I didn't change that.
Well,
if Matt can wear white, I can screw up the slide.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
We'll change that in post, right?
Yeah, all right. So you see the Flyers 9 points, up 500 on the road and at home. Goal differential is widening, I think, a little bit. But the defense actually is climbing. We're going back up now. We're back up to 17th. As of last episode, we were 19th in the league in goals against. So that's improving a bit since the break. Power play, I know Matt's going to get into this in the second period. Took a little bit of a dip in the 6 games since returning from the Olympics. But the good news is that percentage went into the penalty kill. The penalty kill has gone up by just about the same amount.
Yeah, exactly.
Within 200ths of a point.
Nice.
So that's where we sit. Matt, your overall thoughts on this 6-game sample?
Yeah, good, not great, I would say. Games, I keep thinking of like the Utah game in particular. You come out kind of flat on that. Washington, which we'll get into, you were in it, but you didn't really finish the job there. And a team that really should have been beaten, that kind of a deal. So it's kind of a mixed bag. But on the other side, really good in terms of wins. Big win against Boston. No one expected that. Couple shootout victories. Thank you very much, Trevor Zegras, for being the shootout god that you are.
Recapturing that magic.
Right? I mean, to be able to have that and get the extra point after that was really good. So, yeah, good, not great, I would say. There's still more work to do, but, overall, I would say they're right there. I would be more concerned, I think, if there would have been back-to-back losses, Washington Rangers, then it would be a totally different song here.
Well, it goes to show you, though, as we'll look at the standings here, you get 8 out of possible 12 points, which, that's not bad. But when you look in the Metro, I believe they were 8 points back in our last episode as of this recording, which is Sunday, the March
8th, 2026. Yep.
Pre-Sunday games, by the way. We're not counting because we didn't watch.
Yeah.
I had better things to do.
Yeah.
As of this moment, Flyers sat only 7 points back. So they got 8 points over these 6 games, only managed to pick up 1 on the third place Pittsburgh Penguins in the Metro.
Yeah.
And they are still 6 points back of the Boston Bruins, same amount of games played, who sit the second wild card.
Yeah.
So you only picked up 2 points there.
Yeah.
Over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So despite getting a bunch of points, which, we were at the 8 of 12, I think earlier in the season, we were like, yeah, that's great. Good job.
Mm-hmm.
You need more than that now.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're a bad January.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah. We'll preview that in the third period. I mean, you've got 7 games, 14 possible points there, but there are going to be some tough ones in there as well, heading into, some of the last West Coast trip of the year, too. So we'll have to see how that all pans out. But, yeah.
Well, we wanted, 10? I think
we wanted 10.
Minimum.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't quite get it. Although
Yeah.
the 8 we got was a little bit different than we had anticipated.
Right.
I think.
Yeah.
Boston in particular.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we'll have to see. We'll have to see.
All right, so let's get into the individual games.
Let's do it.
Starting with the Washington Capitals. We were at Washington coming out of the Olympic break. Dan Vladar and net. Carl Grundstrom taking a turn at the center of the fourth line. Okay.
Might as well, since we have no centers at all to fill that roster spot. That's for darn sure. Yeah.
All right. So first period, Flyers actually had a good 10 minutes to get that game started. But I would say the chances in the period were probably even. Dan Vladar looked good. Second period, he was still looking good, very sharp, made some very good saves until the Capitals finally break through. Rasmus Sandin? I forgot to write his first name.
Yeah.
It's either Rasmus or Linus.
Or Linus Sandin, yeah.
Yeah, Sandin. What is some Swedish guy? Backdoor goal on Vladar. Interestingly, it seemed just before that Vladar had his stick slashed by whoever that was standing in front of the net. But the Flyers elected not to challenge for goaltender interference. Vladar was kind of pissy after that.
Kind of a little scramble play, it looked like, too. From the back of the end, it was the end post, and then passed back out to the point, essentially. And, you're right. It was kind of a scramble drill a little bit for him to get back there. But, we'll have to look at that replay. But
ultimately they don't challenge it, so the goal stands. Going to the third period, Noah Cates ties it up, gets a deflection from the point, so we have 1-1 game. But Trevor Van Riemsdyk, as JJ always likes to point out, the brother of James Van Riemsdyk, even though he hasn't played here in forever, gets a similar backdoor play to what Sandin did. Yeah. So 2-1 Caps. The Flyers do get a late 6-on-4 power play, but end up giving up the empty net goal. And, it was interesting during the Olympics. They had TJ Oshie was one of the analysts, and he happened to mention, I found it interesting, he did not like 6-on-4 power plays.
Interesting. Yeah.
He says you practice 5-on-4, obviously.
Yeah.
You don't practice 6-on-4, and so you've got an extra guy kind of floating around. You don't really know what to do with him.
Yeah.
And it just kind of gets in the way. I found that very interesting.
A lot of congestion. Now that I think about it, literally with me, and then also congestion on the ice, thinking that there are 10, really 11 guys in the offensive zone, if you stop to think about it. So that's a lot of bodies to get through. That's where I think shots from the point have to get through. If you get a couple deflections on the way in, you just never know what's going to happen. But yeah, you're right. I mean, a 6-on-4 power play is not exactly drawn up, that kind of a deal. And how do you space them out properly and all that kind of stuff? It's tough. I get that.
I can understand it's a little weird.
No, yeah.
No doubt. You don't practice, like you said, you don't practice it. Even though you got the 2-man advantage, there's still the same number of bodies on the ice as there would be if you were playing 5-on-5. So it's a little bizarre, except one of them's trying not to get in your way. Well, it is what it is. Flyers lose 3-1 coming out of the break. Missed opportunity because the Capitals were one of the teams you were chasing, or behind. Well, I think they were even actually coming out.
They were ahead of us by I think 4 points or something along those
that's
lines, if
right.
I remember right.
That's
So yeah, if you would have won that game, you're closing that gap to within 2. You obviously don't. It spreads out to 6 at the end of that particular game. So that was a little bit of a bummer, and exactly what we had feared. It was like, because then you go up to the Rangers, I guess, right, to the next game.
Yeah, you got Ersson going in net, so you're already like, the Rangers are beating us already.
Yeah,
a couple times this year. Ersson hasn't been great. Emil Andre draws in for the first time in about a month in place of Noah Juleson. Yeah. So who knew what to expect of that? And not surprisingly, I guess, the Flyers were sleepwalking
for
the first period.
That was a tough watch there, bud, right? you and I were both watching this, and it was like, oh, my gosh.
And for the first 5 minutes, I'm like, thank God for Sam Ersson, because he made some huge saves.
Yeah.
One on Adam Fox in particular sticks out in my head.
Yep.
Backdoor play. Mm-hmm. And it's tied at 0-0 because of that. But then bad Ersson comes right back as he lets a bad goal into Sam Carrick, who just kind of flung it off the wall. And somehow it went in the net. And I remember the text you gave me was... Hang on.
Wait a minute. The worst...
I gotta go work.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
That has got to be the worst all caps goal I've ever seen. Given up my Ersson.
Yeah.
Typo.
He's
officially
done. Yeah. Well. Yeah. I was not happy after that, and rightfully so. Yeah, I mean that was just god awful. That was just one of the absolute worst goals I think I've ever seen. No excuse for that not to go in. And it just went right through his 5-hole, right through it. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is not what we want at all. Period.
So we're staring down another bad Ersson game after a loss to the Capitals. Things are going up in smoke. The Flyers do manage to get a little bit of pressure towards the end of the period, but don't put any pucks in the net. And then we get to intermission. And hey, in orange and black. Way to catch this one, Matt. We made it onto ESPN.
I could not believe it. I'm watching the game at the halftime intermission, or at the end of the first period, and lo and behold, everyone's talking about PK's pants, right? And these things were gigantic. I don't know where he gets his. I think he said I don't know where he mentioned he got them, but anyway, I would
love to know because they look like a sail.
Oh, they totally did. Yeah. And Steve had a tremendous tweet using the Men in Orange and Black Twitter handle. I'll put that right down there where we are, and it's perfect. What was the tweet again? It was like, what?
Why is PK Subban wearing
Yokozuna's pants?
Now, for those of you who were not following wrestling in the 90s, or who happen to not be alive, which may be the case for some of our viewers. Yokozuna, if you don't know who that is, was a wrestler in the WWE who weighed about 550 pounds and who would have easily fit into the pants that PK Subban was wearing at the first intermission.
Yeah.
So I was just shocked as hell that it made it onto the board at ESPN.
I was stunned. I was on there for a good 45 seconds to a minute. I was really pleased with that. I was like, how cool is that? For this little podcast, our Twitter handle, to be on there for that long. I mean, it's rotated around. It was right there as he's talking about his pants. It was great. I absolutely loved it. Made my night.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
What the oddest part about it was we got no likes on that tweet. Amazing.
We'll have to post that here. Well, I already have put up some pictures of that, but yeah, it was hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. It was great stuff. Yeah.
All right. Well, we needed to occupy ourselves because we were sad coming out of a first period down 1-0 to the Rangers, who had sold off Artemi Panarin. And it's like, come on.
Yeah.
And then the second period starts, and Alexis Lafreniere scores early on to make it 2-0.
Yeah.
And boy, was I fuming mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
But lo and behold, the Flyers get a power play. Cates finds Matvei Michkov. Finally.
Great look. Yeah, beats Shesterkin. It was a great power play goal. Really, really well done. Great pass by Cates. Aerial pass around the Michkov. Love it.
Sauce with a one-timer right
Yeah.
into the back of the net.
Right in the back of the
Beautiful
net.
play.
No chance. Yeah.
All right, so it's 2-1. We go into the third period. No more comments on PK's pants. 2-on-1, about 30 seconds in. Trevor Zegras with an absolute snipe.
Nice job. Yeah.
On Shesterkin to tie the game.
Yeah.
So thank God we're back in the game. Flyers get some power plays in the third period because the Rangers are losing their minds.
Yeah.
No further power play goals, unfortunately. And then, with 9 seconds to go, Matvei Michkov takes a goaltender interference penalty.
Now, I like the idea of him going at Shesterkin there. You're carrying the puck up, and trying to get in front of the net to try and, get a dirty goal. But at the same time, you crashed into him. And it's like you didn't slow down to stop or anything of that sort. So that kind of, ill-advised penalty in that regard.
Yeah,
ill-advised.
better that than a lazy stick penalty.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know what I mean,
Yeah.
that's the kind of penalty. It's like you were trying to do something. I'll take it.
Yeah.
Thankfully, and this is strange to say this season, thankfully, Ersson
Yeah.
was very strong, killing the penalty in overtime.
Yeah.
And as Tortorella has once mentioned, Michkov coming out of the box, he gets into the zone, by the way, helps out with the 4-on-4. Ersson made a huge save to end the penalty. Big scramble in front. Couturier is able to dig it out, chips it to Michkov, who goes around an exhausted JT Miller.
Yeah.
5-hole on Shesterkin, calls game.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That's the Michkov we miss.
I went
from last
finally. Yeah, I went finally. We finally beat the Rangers as well in this season.
Yeah.
It was like, finally, my God. Enough of this nonsense. But what a great final goal there by Michkov to win it. 2-goal game out of him. That's great stuff.
So salvaging 2 points out of the back-to-back.
Yeah.
Which was, thank God.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, so then we come back home to take on the Boston Bruins, and this was a game that you and I were like, if any of them are closest to an L to be taking, it's probably this one. Which
Yeah.
would be a shame because they're trailing Boston in the standings. Denver Barkey sits this one out. He didn't play all that well in the Ranger game,
Yeah.
so understandable. Nick Delorier comes in. First period, Jeremy Swayman makes some stops on some really good Flyer opportunities. Dan Vladar makes some good stops on some Bruin opportunities. Tanner Jeannot and Nick Delorier get into a fight.
Yeah, 10-bell
This
fight.
is two heavyweights going at it.
Oh, man.
Worth the price of admission.
Mission for that. Yep.
Yeah. Now this is where my trials and tribulations start to come in because my son was scheduled to play the high school senior night game at the Xfinity Mobile starting at 8:30. But they wanted the kids there at 6:30.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
3 o'clock start for the Flyers.
Yeah.
So timing, I have to come in and be able to pull into the parking lot after people are coming out.
Yeah.
So we leave the house to go have dinner before we go. Second period starts. Morgan Geeky, by the way, will have nightmares
Oh, yeah.
for a very long
time.
in that second period, as he is stopped not once, not twice, but I think thrice.
Thrice? Yeah.
By Dan Vladar
Yeah.
on the doorstep.
Yeah.
Flyers managed to kill off 3 Boston power plays, but we are still scoreless. I am at 5 guys going, come on, we can't go to overtime. We cannot go to overtime because I am about to get on I-95 and start heading down to the game.
Right.
All right, so third period begins. Boston thinks they have a goal, but it gets waved off because Asimon bumped into Vladar in the crease.
Yeah. Goaltender interference,
That's right.
Yeah.
No goals.
No goals. Yeah.
All right, but then the Flyers get on the board finally when they get a crazy bounce off the wall to Christian Dvorak,
Yep.
who with a nifty little drop pass right into the crease for TK
Yeah.
to put it in, makes it 1-0 Flyers. Then Drysdale makes it 2-0. I'm hearing this on 95. I'm like, yes, all right. Now run that damn clock. Only for Charlie McAvoy
to score.
about a couple minutes later
Yeah.
to score off a face-off
Yeah.
and make it 2-1.
You're like,
Thank
no!
God.
Yeah.
Sean Couturier nets the empty netter
Yeah.
to end his 31-game goalless drought, by the way.
Wow.
And the Flyers win it 3-1. I had to pull off on 11th Street to wait about 5-10 minutes to let traffic get out of the Xfinity Mobile parking lot before I snuck in there.
Pull right in there.
So,
wow.
all's well that ends well.
There you go.
Especially with the Flyers getting 2 points against Boston, who leads them in the wild card standings.
That's huge. It was a big win. Good, overall like atmosphere down there as well. It was a huge game, obviously for both teams.
That was the worst part. You hear Todd Fedoruk on the radio goes, "Oh, it's a sellout tonight, Timmy." I'm like, "Oh my god!"
Oh no, yeah.
God, all those people have to get out.
Yeah, that's like 19. It's close to 20,000 people.
Yep,
huge game, but a big win. Big win for for the rebuild as well. So it's huge.
Good stuff. So then they head to Toronto. Dan Vladar in again. Late word that Konechny is out injured. Which is not good. So Denver Barkey draws back in. First period, more of the same. Flyers giving up the first goal. Dakota Joshua gets one. Nice shot.
Yeah.
It's perfectly placed under the bar, far side. Can't fault Vladar for that
one. Yep.
But the Flyers get right back in it before intermission as Christian Dvorak hits a power play goal. Poke it in there.
Dig it in.
Yeah,
Yeah, exactly.
And they do finish the period with 14 shots on goal. So
it's positive.
Tied at 1, but, hey, lots of goal, lots of shots.
Oh, yeah.
See it. All right. Second period, I mentioned the shots on goal because it goes the other way.
Yeah.
Toronto gets 11, and we get
4. 4 shots on net. Yeah, just as you're counting it off there.
Yeah. Not good.
Not good. Yeah. Something we're going to have to discuss in the second period there, bud. We'll have to figure that out. Yeah.
Exactly. Ooh, are we foreshadowing a dud?
Foreshadowing.
But worse news, Nick Seeler gets lost about halfway through that second period to injury. So they're playing with 5 defensemen for about 30 minutes to go. Tied at 1 with the Leafs, who have Austin Matthews and Willie Nylander, and you're like, But in the third period, Noah Cates, a nice one-timer off a feed from Bobby Brink, gives the Flyers a lead with about 5 minutes to go. So they're like, all right, let's go. Let's shut this down.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
And
now Denver Barkey in front of 100 family and friends in Toronto takes an ill-advised penalty. I don't even remember what it was. But Willie Nylander, of course, cashes in after Vladar cannot get the puck covered in the crease. So we are headed to overtime.
Yeah.
In which, thank God for Dan Vladar, because Austin Matthews, of all people, gets not 1 but 2.
Like
unbelievable chances.
Wide open chances that he couldn't put it in, which, of course, drives the Toronto Maple Leaf fans crazy. He's not the same. He's not the same anymore. Well, maybe he wants out, too. Being an American, I think he would want to leave Canada and TSN and Maple Leaf country and all that kind of stuff. Make him a
He's
flyer.
worried about all those tanks and guns aimed at your border.
I guess so.
The Flyers do get a nice chance from Jamie Drysdale late. Unfortunately, does not go. So they head to the shootout. Toronto shoots first. Nylander gets on the board, but then Michkov with a beautiful fake shot cut back to the backhand beats
Stolars. Anthony Stolars.
I remember it was a former Flyer. Couldn't get the name.
Yeah.
Beats Stolars, and then Zegras goes in, also beats Stolars.
Yeah.
Vladar shuts the door. Flyers get out of Toronto with a 3-2 shootout win.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
3 wins in a row.
Yeah. Maybe a chance for 4. And no. No.
So Vladar and net. Flyers come home to play the Utah Mammoth, who I love their logo.
Yeah.
Why did we get the freaking jerseys to just say Utah?
Yeah. They got to change that up a little bit. Yeah.
Come on.
Do a little script action with that. I don't think you need Utah written all the way straight down like that.
Utah.
Yeah, it's just not a big fan.
Arial font.
Yeah.
Arial bold.
Not a big fan of that one.
No.
Home jerseys,
so with
yes.
Nick Seeler.
Home jerseys, yes, but not that one.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Home jerseys, fire.
Yeah.
Nick Seeler remains out with the injury. Noah Juleson comes in. First period, nothing happened.
I'd say.
Well, no, I take that back. One thing did happen. Bobby Brink had a
glorious
wild chance.
Yeah, glorious opportunity.
And Vitek Vanacek
with
a Beautiful glove save on him, unfortunately.
Yeah, yeah.
Otherwise it would have been 1-0 Flyers.
Yeah, yeah, no doubt.
But other than that, nothing happened.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Second period, Schmaltz for Utah gets on the board with a power play off a face-off. Nice shot. I mean, he was Dylan Gunther cutting across. You think he's going to shoot. He puts it back to Schmaltz on the side of the net.
Great pass. Yeah, great
shot. Yeah, great pass, great shot.
Yeah, not much you can do there.
No, that's a tough one. And then Clayton Keller gets a semi-breakaway goal to put him up 2-0. Apparently, he's a Flyer killer. We only play him twice a year, so I wouldn't know.
I mean, I guess I don't know if you want to talk about that. Michkov like kind of being in the middle, and I know he's there, but it's like because they're coming out of the their offensive zone, going back to the defensive zone. Sanheim goes in, obviously, and so Michkov peeling back. So he's back on defense alongside Ristolainen. They chipped the puck past Ristolainen.
No, right? It was Risto was the one who went in. They were in the zone. I think Risto was the one who kind of circled. Tried to get a shot from the middle.
Yeah.
It got blocked. It comes back. Sanheim takes a kind of a weird angle.
Okay.
But it's really 2-on-2 on the wall. Ristolainen and Sanheim are both there. Michkov is kind of in the middle.
Yeah.
Clayton Keller gets out. The guy on the wall gets the puck to Keller.
Mm-hmm.
Michkov can't catch up to him. Semi-breakaway. It's in the net.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, I realize Michkov looks bad on that play. As I said on our emergency pod, drop the link somewhere.
There you go. Right up there. Card, upper right corner.
Yeah. As I said there, yes, he's got some fault here, but I don't think it's as bad as you think. I don't think he read the play correctly because it was 2-on-2.
Mm-hmm.
He's watching what they call the Golden Road, which is the space between the two nets right down the middle, right?
Yeah.
And I think, if I remember correctly, I see him do a shoulder check to make sure nobody else, a third man's not coming.
Okay.
So he's kind of parked there,
and
then the two defensemen just kind of get beat off the wall.
Yeah.
Keller sneaks out, and I think Michkov was just late to react. So, yes, he probably should have come in a little bit more to make sure that nobody could get into the middle of the ice.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the two defensemen kind of got jumbled up on the wall, too. And so
next thing you know, yeah.
But, I mean, it's a goal against, but the Flyers really had nothing going this game. Cates gets the one nice opportunity for the Flyers in the second period, but Vanacek again with a nice stop. If Brink and Cates convert, it's 2-2. But other than that, the Flyers really had
nothing. Yeah.
No push. Nothing. And I have here in my notes, third period, nothing happened. Utah wins 3-0.
Yeah. It was
last game before the deadline.
Which is weird. Like, I don't know what to make of that, other than the fact that they just coming off the Toronto win. You're thinking like, okay, you got a chance. You're building some momentum here. And then you throw in a dud of a game like that.
Yeah.
Zegras doesn't show up. And of course you have TK's been out. That was like his, I think, third straight game he was out with injury. So it's kind of like you're missing some key ingredients in the pie here. So you're missing all that. And you throw a dud against a team that you have to be ready for. Like the Utah Mammoth, the former Arizona Coyotes, they've been building slowly as well. They've only gotten better each of the last, I would argue, 3 years. They're building towards something. And they are on people. They really get on people.
They check you to death.
They check you to death all over the place. Yeah. And
it's not like forecheck of Carolina where they're just pounding you in the offensive zone. This is just like
this is everywhere.
Everywhere you go, there's a guy there.
Neutral. I think their neutral zone play is probably what's driving their play so good this year.
Oh yeah.
Like it was unbelievable how congested that entire zone was in that game. And literally when they got to like 2-0, it was like, oh great. Okay, so there's just no chance at this point unless we get a lucky break or two. That kind of a deal.
Well, we had a couple lucky breaks, but Vanacek
answered the door. Yeah.
All right. Well, a game with a little more emotion going into Schittsburg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Battle of PA for the last time this year.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this is after the trade deadline. Bobby Brink, Nick Delorier out. Alex Bump gets the call up, gets his first NHL game. Luke Glendening makes his Flyer debut after getting claimed off of waivers. First period starts choppy. There's like a whistle every 10 seconds.
Oh,
that was brutal.
that's brutal.
Yeah. And then the Penguins get a power play because of all this choppy, crappy play. For Novak to score a power play goal. Penguins quickly up 1-0. But the Flyers respond within a minute. Owen Tippett gets his 20th on the year. Nice one-time pass from Trevor Zegras, who brought that puck down out of the air.
Love it.
Settled it down and hits Owen Tippett flying through the slot.
No chance on that goal. Yeah.
Absolutely. And then, if you want a rare sight, Nick
Yeah.
Delorier gone.
Yeah.
The new goon is Jamie Drysdale.
Is Jamie Drysdale? Right? Your boy on defense drops the gloves with Avery. I love it. I absolutely love it.
Yeah. Sticking up for Cam York after York got hit.
Yeah. And it's like you think it, and Hayes is probably going like, okay, I could push anybody around. Next thing you know, he's dropping hands with Drysdale, and Drysdale won the fight, as far as I'm concerned. The way I look at that, but he's defended his teammate. I love it. One thing you can say about the team, the team right now with the Flyers is the cohesiveness within the organization and within the team players itself. They all stick up for one another. It's not like there's 20 individual guys on this team. They're all together. They've all bought in. So none of this nonsense of like stuff on the outside in is going to really harm this team. They're working. They're getting better each and every time they're trying to get out there. So good on Drysdale to step up there.
The good news coming out of the first period, the Flyers have a 50% shooting percentage. The bad news is they only took 2 shots.
Yeah, well.
The whole period.
Yeah, well.
So, yeah. All right, second period starts. Ricard Raquel gets the Penguins back on the lead with a score on the rush. Flyers get it right back, though. Alex Bump.
Your boy.
My boy.
Well, yeah, I mean, you've been wanting a Bumps call up for years, for a while.
That's true.
And so it's great for him. And in his very first NHL game, gets his very first goal from Grobenkin. And
Grobenkin with a nice assist on the backhand. And you see the shot, man.
Yeah.
That's what this guy brings. He's got a hell of a shot.
Oh, yeah.
So,
well, you got him with Forrester. Look
level.
out. Yeah, you got him with Forrester. Look out, man. Love
Good
it.
stuff. Unfortunately, the Penguins a minute later get a one-time goal from Erik Karlsson.
A rare,
reestablish that lead.
A very rare bad Vladar goal given up there.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah, long shot from the point. I think he makes that save. Granted, he is going left to right. It is a one-timer. You're right. I just think you have an opportunity. Maybe he gets there a little bit quicker. He's there. I don't know. It looked bad. It did look bad for the naked eye, at least from my vantage point. But it's a rare. It's a rare.
A lot of hockey. He's entitled,
right?
Right.
But yeah, I mean,
but the Flyers again respond. So that's the good news. Denver Barkey gets a beautiful pass from Matvei Michkov, and then goes forehand, backhand on Stewart. Skinner ties it up. So we go into the third period tied at 3. Flyers have to kill off 2 Penguin power plays in the period. They managed to do it, but they did not get a goal of their own. So we head to overtime. Where looked like the Flyers were going to win. Trevor Zegras in the corner centers a pass to Jamie Drysdale, who connects with his stick and then somehow hits his own skate to keep it out.
It's like, gosh darn it.
What the hell? He's in the crease, tips it with his stick, and hits his own foot.
Oh.
And then the Flyers have to kill off. Dan Vladar takes an interference penalty. And I know he was hot about it, and the Flyers didn't like it, but I mean, he leaned into it.
Leaned into it a little bit? Yeah, okay.
He leaned into it.
Yeah.
But they managed to kill that off somehow. It helps that Crosby and Malkin were not on the ice.
Yeah.
So, it's a bonus.
Yeah.
So we go to the shootout, where Trevor Zegras scores again and nobody else scores. So the Flyers get a 4-3 shootout victory against the Crosby Malkinless Penguins.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
always fun to beat them.
It was fun to beat them this year as well. We tied the season series, looked it up. Tied the season series with the Pens this year, 2-2. Both Flyers wins were via the shootout. The other 2 games were Penguin blowout wins. So there you go. Go figure. Hopefully we'll.
And one of them should have resulted in a Sidney Crosby 10-game suspension.
Yeah, that was the first game I think this year. So
yes, it was.
Yeah. So yeah, all that talk about the Penguins. We tied them. We tied them in the season series this year. So I'll take it.
That's our Stanley Cup for the year.
It's our Stanley Cup for the year, man. I'll take it.
period segundo.
For those English speakers, it's period 2 of the Men in Orange and Black coming at you.
I'm sure there's a Spanish word for period. I'd never learned that.
Oh, that's a very good question. Yeah. And I guess it's not the actual, like, English has the period, that kind of a deal, like period.
Right.
That kind of, so anyway.
We need, by the way, a Flyers announcer like the Phillies have. His name is Ricky Ricardo, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah.
It is.
I think it was Ricky Ricardo.
Spanish Phillies announcer. He's fantastic.
Yeah.
I love listening to him.
Yeah.
The Flyers need somebody like that.
That would be really great if they had him like that. Yeah.
Unfortunately, they don't, but we do have studs and duds.
Hey,
we're going to get to them now.
Yeah.
Let's start with studs. 8 out of 12. That's decent.
It's not bad.
Good stuff.
It's good. Yeah.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Who's your stud for the week?
My stud is Noah Cates, bud. Noah Cates has really played very, very well over the last 5 games. 5 points in the last 5 games. And his plus minus is outstanding on the season. I think he is at plus 17 on the year, which is just remarkable. And he has really stepped up his game, I think, over the last, month and a half, I think. Just the way that he has played defensively, offensively, there are a couple of big goals that he had for us over the course of the last few games as well. So he's doing very, very well. Very underrated player, as far as I'm concerned, is this one Noah Cates. He would be my stud for the week. Yeah, plus 17. Just looked it up. 12 goals, 32 points in 62 games. Very low, but plus 17. He has a couple power play goals in the year, but over the last 5, 1 goal, 4 assists. So 5 points those last 5 games.
Yes.
Doing very, very well. Yeah.
I do feel like I've mentioned his name several times.
Yeah.
In the first period.
Yeah.
So good stuff.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Noah Cates has had a good stretch here.
Mm-hmm.
Rick Tocchet talked about him in his press conference today, about how he trusts throwing Noah Cates out there with Michkov and Barkey, 2 young guys.
Yeah.
Because he'll pick up the defensive slack for them and allow them to do their offensive creative thing.
Yeah.
And also be kind of the veteran. It's funny to say that about him, but be the veteran presence on that line.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Doing
good
very,
stuff
very
from
well.
Noah Cates.
Yeah.
Doing very well. My stud, Jamie Drysdale.
Yeah, your boy.
Had the 2 goals going into the break. I think he's continued to play very well coming out of the break.
Yeah.
I know there's a play you brought up in the emergency pod somewhere that you wanted to. I'll let you.
Yeah, I mean the one play that he had against Utah was excellent. It looked like they were going on a 2 or maybe 3-on-1 back the other direction.
It was a 3. It was going to be 3-on-1.
And his speed from the offensive zone back through the neutral and into the defensive zone shut it completely down. It's an absolute remarkable play for him to do, to be able to turn his his speed on basically to catch up to the play, stop it, and slow it down, and then counter rush back the other direction. He has only gotten so much better. He was a +2 against Pittsburgh, +1 against Toronto. So he was, he was +1 over the last 5 games with a goal and assist against Boston. Of course, with a big goal in the Boston game. But he's only gotten better. He has only gotten better each and every year that he has been here. Right now, Steve, he's a -6. The year prior, he was -32. That tells you something a lot about what he's done in terms of his defensive play to go from a -32 to a -6. That's +26 difference from one year to the next. And he's been on the ice a little bit more, about a minute and a half more than he averaged per game last year to this year. Last year was at 19:55. This year at 21:34. So he's getting more minutes, and he is taking advantage of every single one of those minutes. He's doing exceptionally well. I couldn't be more pleased with his play. Speaking from the defensive defenseman guy over here.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that was the biggest knock on him, was the defensive play. Right?
Yeah.
And that's where he's really, I mean, the offensive game, you've seen it coming the last month.
Yep.
right? I mean, he did his best Rasmus Dahlin impression against Boston, walking
Yeah.
right down the middle.
Yeah,
score that goal.
That was a great play because he was just like, go, go, go. And it was like right there. And he
Right.
took a right advantage of right past Swayman. No chance.
But it's been the defensive thing this year that's really stood out.
Yeah.
And he is closing off against guys. He's shutting plays down, making good plays with his stick, making good plays with his body, despite his size.
Yep.
He's been all over. To me, I would say, if you were going to vote on this now, he's the most improved player.
Yeah.
For the season.
Maybe we'll have to do that at the end of the year when we do our end of season review. We'll have to do like most improved, most valuable, that kind of a deal. And,
to me, he's absolutely
he's right
the
up
most
there.
Improved.
Oh yeah,
he's been phenomenal all year, and he's got into a fight. Cam York. You can't ask
for anything better. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to an even brighter future with Jamie Drysdale.
I love it.
Now.
Yeah, I love it.
It's really starting to come together for him.
Yeah, that's good.
All right, but things also fall apart sometimes.
Yeah,
we're gonna go to the duds. I'll start with mine.
Yeah,
shots. Where are they?
Shots. I don't know where they are, man. I don't have any shots in here.
15 yesterday against Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
16 against Utah. I feel, what was it? We had 8 games in a row under 25. I think was the stat we saw at the end of the day.
Yeah. You got to put pucks to the net.
Yeah. I mean, I know we're winning games with low shots outside of the Utah game, but
yes, which is good. But at the same time, you want that volume of shots. The more shots you take, obviously, the better chances you have to win. If you if you got to pass the goaltender, obviously. But it's
yes and no.
Yeah.
I mean,
the quality shots are really the ones that the
Tocchet did address this a bit today.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm not saying don't take shots. Don't say I'm the reason we're holding shots back. He wants quality shots.
Yeah.
Yes, you could have 45 shots in a game, but if they're all coming from the blue line and you're not shooting on Sam Ersson, then they're not gonna do much for you.
Yeah, you're outside the zone or whatever the case is.
Yeah. Now the Boston game in particular, they didn't have a ton of shots, but when you look at the advanced stats, they had a lot of shots they missed. So their shots attempted was actually pretty even with Boston. They just missed the net a lot because stop missing the net.
Yeah, well,
but games like Utah, and in fact the Pittsburgh game yesterday, there just weren't a lot of shot even attempts.
Yeah.
And that's what bugs me. Your shooting percentage was phenomenal because you ended up with 3 goals on 15 shots.
But
if Skinner's not playing great, you get some more shots, quality shots. And I think it's just a matter of you got to force your way to the middle and put shots at the net.
Yeah.
Defense, get the shot at the net.
I think part of it too, and the ESPN kind of brought it up on their broadcast when they were doing the Rangers game. And I was tending to agree a little bit with what Ray Ferraro was saying. That basically the issue with the Flyers is that the center ice step obviously is not there. So so there's that issue, and we've also known that. But to your point, if you're just taking shots from the point or just on the perimeter, and there's no one there to collect the rebound because your center's out of position, or your center's not strong enough to be in the middle to direct and get pucks towards the goal,
or your center's hanging back because they're not fast enough if things turn back the other way to get back. Yeah,
exactly. So a lot of those things are microcosm. All of this is kind of just like building to the fact that if you don't have quality opportunities, right, or if you're not be able to create your own shot like Owen Tippett does on a pretty regular basis, if and when he does get the chance to do it.
Yeah, he was. Tocchet said this after the Utah game. Tippett was the only one
who did it,
generating opportunities in that game.
Yeah. So it's like, and Zegras isn't a guy that will necessarily have to create his own shot. I don't think he's really looking to do that. I think he's more trying to set guys up. And the issue that we're finding is that he'll be able to make a pass, but again, the receiver of that pass then has to actually take the actual chance and shoot it. Yeah. That kind of a deal. So it's a combination of all these things that need to be ultimately resolved, in that regard. So we'll have to figure that out.
Yeah. So, but it also hasn't helped that TK is out the last couple.
That's a factor in this too. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah.
which means I agree. So we're gonna go to your dud now.
Yeah.
You're also copping out, not a player, but a
totally
system.
copy out. I did it again, like I did. I think it was 2 weeks ago, and doing it again. Well, it was one of my biggest keys, for the Flyers to make the playoffs. The power play has to be better. Looking at the last 6 games, they've had 2 total power play goals. That's not going to get it done. Absolutely not going to get it done. You have to take advantage of these power play opportunities. You got to put pucks to the net. It was an absolute chore to get that power play goal against the Rangers. Now, it was a great goal, but it took almost
at the end of the power play.
It was at the end of the power play, right? So, I mean,
and it was kind of a busted play.
It was,
right. I mean, the Rangers had the puck. They were trying to get it out. They intercepted it. I forget who it was.
I think it was York that kept it in and then got it over to Cates.
York got it to Cates, to Michkov, who cut across the net.
Yeah.
To get open.
Yeah.
But you're right. It wasn't like a set kind of
design
5-on-4 power play design play.
Yeah.
It was a busted play. Rangers trying to get out.
It needs to be better. It absolutely needs to be better. In order to vault yourself ahead of the playoffs. And then of course, we saw in our stats in the first period, it's below 16% yet again. So my dream of trying to get it up to 20%, I don't think is going to happen, Steve. They would have to go at least 4 for 4 in one game. I don't see that happening. Or 3 for 3 or 2 for 2 over the next couple of games, plural. I don't see that happening, which has me bummed out. Yeah, it has me bummed out a little bit. But you need to get power play goals. You absolutely need to figure that part out with the last month of the season, month and a half of the season remaining. Try and get it across the board here.
The hope would be that come next year, you get Porter Martone
in here. Yep.
Net front.
You got Forrester coming back.
If you can get Jiricek, where he can be, he's a power play weapon.
There you go.
So,
and then if you throw Bump in there, if he's going to be here full time, which I'm all in favor after seeing what happened against Pittsburgh, go 1 for 1 every single time. I'm good with that. I'm fine with that. That kind of a deal. But yeah, I think that would be tremendous. I think it would be big time improvement in the power play. Yeah.
So the power play is a lost cause for the season. So we'll see you later.
Yeah, unfortunately. Yeah.
All right. So that wraps up studs and duds. Now,
what's your gripe? Yeah, what's going on here, man? Right. Is it with Montreal fans again?
No. This is actually with, I guess, hockey broadcasts.
Oh boy.
I think I've mentioned before that there seems to be a disconnect between the standard broadcast hockey view.
Yeah.
And when they cut away to like ice level shots or behind the net, ISO on a guy, you'll see in the broadcast view a guy's exiting the zone, and then they'll cut to him isolated in a closer shot, and he's already at the red line. You're like, how the hell did he get there that fast? And
it's
then
like
you'll
a
see
delay.
him make a pass.
Yeah.
You'll see him make a pass, and then they'll cut back to the standard view, and you'll see him make that pass again.
Yeah.
Because there's some kind of delay going on between the standard view and the other views.
100%.
Which was annoying in and of itself. But I've noticed a lot this year, the audio, the on-ice audio is also in front of the broadcast view.
Wildly inconsistent,
So, you will, if you're in the standard view, you will hear a puck hit the post before you see it. And the announcers are also with that. So you'll hear Jim Jackson start to say that the puck hit the post before you see it hit the post.
Yeah.
It's very annoying. Now, during the Olympics, I happened to notice you had the same visual delay on the standard versus the other cameras. But you would hear kind of an audio glitch when they would switch between them.
Yeah.
So the audio would get back in sync with the standard view when they went back to the standard view.
How about that?
So when a puck hit a stick, you're hearing the puck hit the stick.
Yeah.
And not hearing the puck hit a stick before anything happens, and you're like, what the hell? It's very discombobulating.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, I have noticed the last couple of Flyer games, it seems to have been
kind of calmed down a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So hopefully it stays that way. But for God's sakes, get your shit together.
I would love to know from our subscriber base, and then also for those that haven't subscribed to our channel yet. A, what's wrong with you? You should subscribe to us. But B, I would love to know your thoughts. Like, because I agree with you, Steve. This is kind of like there's a delay. There is a definite delay, in particular when they focus on a particular player with a puck and he makes a pass. And it's like that pass is now gone. He's at the blue line, but the next thing you see is like maybe about a couple of seconds later, he's already at the red line, as if he's moving forward too quickly. You know, like, and you're kind of, well, wait a minute, what just happened here?
Quantum teleportation.
It's quantum teleportation. But I would love to know what other people, if they've noticed that, if they noticed that it's a kind of a little bit of a quirk or something along those lines. I would tend to agree.
Or do I just have OCD? I don't know.
Or does Steve have any sort of obsessive compulsive disorders? Who knows? Who knows? But
it could be.
I, for one, do agree. I also thought, look at the Flyers Rangers game on ESPN. I don't want to criticize. Well, maybe I am criticizing ESPN. Their audio was just god awful. It was terrible. I have the surround sound basically, and it was just so, like, it would kind of come in and then cut out. Particularly like you hear like the skates and the sticks and all that kind of stuff, but then you would hear sometimes the crowd would be piped in a little too hard. Then they would dial it back.
Like the announcer,
I wouldn't hear Sean McDonough all that well, all that kind of stuff. So it's a really of a weird thing. Maybe, and that could be, through YouTube TV. I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Cause I do see the
Do you
same
see the
types
same
of issues?
Yeah.
Like it's hard to hear the announcers sometimes.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's like somebody's holding a microphone down at ice level. Like, let's hear the skates cutting in.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. It's not the most important thing to hear when you're watching a hockey broadcast, that kind of a deal. But,
right.
Yeah.
Right.
No, it's a great question.
Right. It's hockey broadcasts do sometimes leave a little something to be desired. So
yeah.
Fix it.
Please.
We here at Men in Orange and Black, we bleed orange, right?
Oh, yeah. All the time. Well,
right,
maybe not all the time, but.
Let's see if that's actually true. No, wait, no, I've got a better idea. How about ordering yourself Dubby's Bleedin' Orange energy drink? It tastes like ripe blood oranges grown in the orchards of Sicily, Italy, without giving you crashes, jitters, or angst. This flavor also has something to do with some dude with chainsaws for his head and arms, but it sounds like a tough guy to me. I don't know. It's Bleedin' Orange. It's relevant. So if you use our promo code Men in Orange and Black, remember it's an ampersand, not the word and. It's that little doodad above the 7 on your keyboard. Okay. If you use that, you can get $4 off of this $40 tub or 10% off others in Dubby's inventory. Try it today. Period the 3rd. Now.
Yeah.
Not a W, it's 3.
We should take time to mention, though, I mentioned before, previously, about our fans. We really appreciate you guys. Yes. We have 40 subscribers, Steve. 40.
Woohoo!
Right on the number. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Love even numbers.
I love even numbers. We just need 41 to drive Steve crazy. So there you go.
Well, see, you get 41. Now I'm like, well, now you got to get to 50.
And now you get to 50,
so,
right? So there you go. Yeah. So thank you very much, everyone that's out there, Men in Orange and Black. We really appreciate you guys. Keep liking, sharing, subscribing to our channel. We really appreciate it. And leave a comment below. We love hearing from you as well. Let us know what your thoughts are with the entire Flyers, where they stand. Let us know. Like, we've had some really good feedback. A lot of people, like, when Sanheim got the call to be an Olympian, that was really cool. We've had a lot of different interactions with people giving their thoughts on the 3-on-3 overtime, which I thought was really, really cool as well. So keep them coming. Keep them coming. Keep interacting. We love hearing from you guys. So thank you.
And I would be remiss to mention we have picked up 3 real subscribers on Twitter. So
there you go.
Thank you for that. Because I hate it. It's like, oh, you have a follower. I'm like, yay, porn bot. Damn it. Well, we have 3 legit subscribers now.
There you go.
Well, it's 4, but one of them's me.
Oh, there you go.
We have 3. And the latest one apparently is a big Yurachek fan. So that's it.
Oh, look at that. Okay.
So
we'll take it.
Good for you.
Yeah.
So hope for the future there.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now we're going to get into the next 7 games upcoming.
No.
This is the part of the program where I remind you that we are recording on Sunday, March 8th. The Flyers play the Rangers on the 9th. We
Have no idea if they've won or lost. So yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
The episode drops on Wednesday before the Capitals game.
Yeah.
So shut the hell up. It's not our fault.
Yeah.
Matt takes a while to, he's got to put the cuts and edits.
Yeah, and I have a life too, so I mean, that kind of a deal. So
Yeah, we have real jobs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
It's
exactly.
not our job. We do this for the fun of it.
Yeah,
'Cause
for
it's fun.
funsies. Yeah,
For funsies, which means we have to subject ourselves to some terrible hockey sometimes.
that's right. That's
Or
exactly.
not.
Right.
I just turn it off and I'm like, I just watch the replays. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I can
there you
talk
go.
about that.
Yeah,
I can
that's
talk
what that's
about
what I did
that.
with the Utah game. So there you go. But damn it,
All
if I had
right.
a ticket to that game, I'd be so mad. Oh my gosh, I'd be mad as hell.
Oh, well, I've got it. Not this block, but the following block. I got tickets to see the Blackhawks.
Oh, that's
so
right. Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Pray for me. All right.
most definitely.
Starting
will.
off Monday, March 9th, the Flyers play host to the New York Rangers, who they just played about a week or so ago.
Yep.
The good news, well, not the good news, the news with the Rangers is they're out of it.
Oh yeah, they've been out of it for a long, long time. Yeah.
Artemi Panarin, traded.
Yeah.
Sam Carrick, traded.
Traded.
Vincent Trocheck, not traded.
Not traded.
Not traded. Even though they sat him out. So he's still around.
It's crazy.
JT Miller, though, apparently was placed on IR. So it sounds like we're not going to see him.
I guess not. No.
Probably pulled a hammy trying to chase down Michkov on
You
that
think
overtime goal.
you think it probably did happen? Do you think Trocheck starts this game, or do you think he probably will?
Well, there's no reason to
coming
hold
off
him
the
back now.
coming off the trade dedeadline. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it just goes to show you the Russ Joy strategy. Hold him out. Didn't get traded. Oh,
okay.
Now
Guess you're
what?
back in the lineup.
That's
again.
awkward.
Yeah, a little bit. If you're going to trade somebody, make sure that you follow through with the trade and don't just hold them out of the lineup, for God's sakes. I mean, come on. NHL executives, you have to do better. That kind of a deal. So
Thank you, Joey Swoll.
thank you. Yeah.
So anyway, we just played the Rangers, so you know what's going on with them. We have to win. I mean, to cling to these playoff hopes.
Yeah,
that are
that's a W.
still there. I mean, we're not going to make the playoffs, but if you want an opportunity,
You got
got to beat the Rangers.
Yeah, got to beat the Rangers. Yeah.
Got to beat the Rangers.
Yeah.
Very big game, very important game. A lot of people seeing it. All right, then the Flyers will host the Washington Capitals, who they just played 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Now, this was a surprising trade. John Carlson got moved to the Anaheim Ducks. Ovechkin was clearly blindsided by that move.
Big time. Tom
The
Wilson, same
Capitals
deal.
seemed like, they've thrown the towel in on this season.
Yeah, I mean, we leapfrogged them in the standings essentially, Steve. We're tied, but we're ahead of them. I think by a couple. We still have a couple games in hand. I wondered about that with John Carlson being traded. Very surprising move by the Caps.
Yeah,
It wouldn't be the.
I can't believe he's been in the league for 17 years.
That's
insane.
shocking to me too. He's been around that long. Very steady defenseman. I'd be curious to see what he does in Anaheim, how he helps them out.
Well, in Anaheim, he will join the AARP eligible defense corps with Radko Gudas, Jacob Trouba, and now John Carlson.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I'll collect Social Security soon.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you have to wonder about the Capitals now. And
Well, they've lost 3 straight.
yeah, yeah. And again,
Not good.
this is a team that is now hampered by the fact that they're one of their better defensemen is now no longer on the team, and they seem to be deflated by it. So, like with all things, you have to take advantage when someone's down, and especially when they've lost 3 in a row. You got to put the pressure on them.
Kick them.
Yeah, you got to kick them while they're down. Great opportunity here,
Kick them. Now,
especially considering you got the next game. But I mean,
well,
yeah, we'll get there.
so this was an interesting stat. This blew me away.
Mm.
Ovechkin tied for the team lead in points with 50. The co-leader in points is Jacob Chychrun,
Oh wow,
defenseman with 22 goals.
wow.
Holy cow.
Wow. Yeah, they are a shell of what they once were, I think, the Capitals.
Well, they are, but Chychrun, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
A non Cale Makar, Quinn Hughes defenseman.
That doesn't surprise me, though,
because
considering his father played for us. Jeff Chikrin played for us a number of years ago. But, yeah, I mean, he's not – I'm like I said, not surprised by that at all. Not surprised by that. But, yeah, I mean, this is a team you have to beat. This is an absolute team you have to beat. I hate to say that, but, I mean, this is, in the games where every game is magnified now in March, an opportunity to get back-to-back wins. Again, you started, coming off the break, Washington Rangers. Now you have them both at home here, so now this is an opportunity. Take advantage of it. So,
Well, you better.
Because,
the next night they are at the Minnesota Wild, where we get our first look at Bobby Brink.
Yeah. And Quinn Hughes and Nick Foligno and Siplikov or whoever is else up there. That's
Kaprizov.
Up there. Kaprizov, that's it.
Kaprizov.
Yeah.
No, this is the first time we're playing them all season?
Second time.
Oh, I was going to say.
Yeah, we played them earlier in the year.
Yeah.
But this is the first time
they
we
didn't
played
have
them with
Bobby Brink. They didn't have Quinn Hughes at the time.
No.
They are still third in the Central Division, which means if the playoffs started today, you'd get a Dallas, Minnesota first-round playoff.
Wow. Can you imagine that first-round playoff?
One of those teams is going to go out in the first round.
Isn't that just amazing? Yeah. They've got to reformat the entire playoffs again. They really do.
Yeah, they do.
They
do. Minnesota has beaten Tampa Bay and Vancouver in their last two games. Quinn Hughes, since joining the team, has played 31 games, has 4 goals, 35 assists, so he is well over a point a game with the team. And both goalies for Minnesota have above .910 save percentages.
Yeah.
So they are a team
every
that upper echelon.
Exactly. Every bit of an upper echelon National Hockey League team right now. Yep. Red hot. And like you said, Steve, really in the first, they're playing either Dallas or Colorado. Colorado would fall in the first round of the playoffs. And then whoever wins that series is one, and, they're on. The other team is done at that point. And that's just travesty at that point, considering what the Pacific Division is in that,
we'll get
conference.
To that.
Yeah.
We're gonna get to that in a second,
yeah.
Because we'll be playing the Pacific Division the following week. But
Yeah.
before that, we get to come home and play those Columbus Blue Jackets.
Yeah.
Who lost yesterday to Utah in overtime. That broke a 3-game win streak for them. Zach Werenski leads his team in scoring with 65 points. The next closest player on the team is 11 points back.
Wow.
Give that man the Norris Trophy now.
Please.
I don't care how many points Cale Makar has. He plays on a juggernaut.
Yeah.
Zach Werenski's got to deal with the dregs of Columbus. And he's still putting up monster numbers.
It's crazy what he's doing. We called for him to get the Norris last year. And it didn't happen. I don't think it did.
No.
Yeah, it's
I
don't remember who that did. But yeah. He would be my candidate at the moment.
Absolutely. He's got much less to work with than Makar does.
Oh, yeah.
And he's every bit as good.
Oh, yeah.
Every bit as good.
Absolutely.
Oh, you can look that up while I mention that the goaltender you're likely to see, since Columbus is trying their best to make the playoffs, will be Jet, don't call me Gaius Greaves, who has a respectable 20-12-7 record, a .909 save percentage, and a .263 goals against. So although I think it was Merzlikins we played last time and we still lost.
Yeah.
And he's got much worse numbers. But Columbus is one of those teams you're going to have to leapfrog if you want to make the playoffs.
Oh, big time.
We're still talking about it because we got time to kill.
Yeah, exactly.
So, come on, I didn't buy you enough time to see who won the Norris Trophy.
Trying to pull it up here. Norris was Cale Makar.
Son of a bitch. All right.
Cale Makar.
All right. So the Flyers, after Columbus, fly out west for a tour of the Pacific Division.
Yeah.
And first up is the Pacific leading Anaheim Ducks and their ancient defense core. They have been doing quite well recently since we saw them in Philadelphia, dragging their sorry carcasses out, not putting up much of a fight.
Yeah.
They've won 5 of their last 6. That's 5 of 6 since the Olympic break. They are 14-3 since January 13th. However,
However,
30th in the league in goals against.
yeah,
So defense is not their strong point.
no,
And as you brought up the Pacific Division, they are first in the Pacific, but nobody in the Pacific Division would be in a playoff spot in the Eastern Conference.
isn't that amazing?
The Boston Bruins sit in the second wildcard position at 75 points.
Yeah,
The Anaheim Ducks, leading the Pacific, have 73 points.
it's unbelievable.
They would be out of a wild card
spot
spot if they were in the East.
Yeah,
That's insane.
it's really amazing that the East has been so dominant, really over the West. That's what that means essentially. The Eastern teams are so much better.
It does, but Colorado, Dallas, and Minnesota are all juggernauts.
And this is
in the
where
West.
I think, I mentioned it before, the fact that you have Dallas, Minnesota in round 1.
Yeah.
That should really be either middle, like a second round playoff series, or a conference final. If they met, and what you do that basically by going back to the old format, basically, where you have 1 through 8, and then first place 8, second place second, that kind of a deal. But then lowest seed would play the highest remaining, that kind of a deal. Whereas here, what you've got is basically it's all interdivisional, which is what they used to do back in the 80s. That would have been fine back then. But now that you have 32 teams, you still need to have that. You still have like the best 16 teams left. It should really be 1 through 8, and it should be reseeded after every single playoff round. That's where you get like the better matchups at the second round, where you don't have to have Dallas and Minnesota playing against each other early. You get rid of some of these Pacific Division teams out of the way quickly, being the lower end seed. They don't have the home ice and the whole bit.
Yeah.
That's just something that needs to be fixed, I think, because one of these like Pacific Division team is essentially guaranteed a conference final. And that's ridiculous as far as I'm concerned. That should not be the case.
Well, so wait, I forget if. So let's say Colorado gets the first seed. Dallas beats Minnesota.
Yeah.
Right? Does Dallas play Colorado?
Dallas would play Colorado in the second round.
Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. So it's like you would essentially have a Central Division quote unquote champion going up against the Pacific Division quote unquote champion in the final round as a conference final.
Yeah.
Which I'm not a big fan of that.
No, and here's to illustrate your point. So one of the couple of losses that Anaheim has had was to Colorado, who spanked them 5-1.
Yeah. Like that's going to be a 4-game sweep if they get out of the Central Division, brackets, basically,
right?
That kind of a deal. So yeah, I mean it's been very poor play by the Pacific Division, and Anaheim, by hook or by crook, I don't think they're going to get that far, to be perfectly honest, because I still think Edmonton can make a run, but it really depends on their goaltending.
Tristan Jarry, the answer, he is not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly right. Yeah. So, we'll see. Yeah.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah.
Well, no, wait. Anaheim plays a wild card team, don't they?
They would. They would play a wild card team.
Assuming Anaheim stays in first, they would play a wild card team, which could come from the Central.
Yeah, it could.
So
that might be Utah. That might be Utah. And I would not, rest easy if I were an Anaheim Duck fan out there.
No.
If you're going up against the Utah Mammoth, that kind of a deal. So
they've shown a defensive proclivity.
Oh yeah,
which the Anaheim Ducks have not.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, all depends on the matchup. Yeah.
All right.
Anyway,
so the Flyers, after playing Anaheim, they will make whatever trip is necessary to play the LA Kings the next night. Probably not very far.
Not far.
The Kings are 31st in the league in goals for. So they can't score, but they're
offense.
8th in goals. They play defense.
Yeah.
Now, since January 31st, when they beat us, they have gone 2-7, which includes an 8-1 drubbing by Edmonton.
Oh, man.
So it all sounds like it should go the Flyers' way, right?
Well, it should. I would hope.
But the one thing I will point out is who is now playing for the LA Kings, but Artemi Panarin, Flyer killer.
Yeah.
And he has 6 points in 6 games with the Kings.
Yeah.
So
got to stop him a little bit. That's all.
Yeah, let's stop him.
Yeah.
All right. And then the Pacific Tour continues Saturday the 21st as they take on the San Jose Sharks.
And one
Now,
Macklin
you thought that-
Celebrini. Yeah.
Macklin Celebrini, MVP candidate.
Oh,
I would
yeah.
say.
Oh, yeah.
Now, if you thought the Zach Werenski differential from first to second in points was insane, Macklin Celebrini's got 32 goals, 89 points on the year.
Wow.
The next highest point total on the team is Will Smith with 44.
I was going to guess 50. But
It's
40,
worse than
40.
that, 44.
That's wild.
That is a difference of 45 points.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
So even with Celebrini, 89 points in probably 60 games. I didn't put that down.
Yeah.
They are still 18th in goals for because nobody else on the team can freaking score.
It's crazy. Like, you imagine if he's ever hurt on that team, how far down they would be. I mean, that's just he is a generational talent. What's going on there in San Jose? They absolutely scored a huge pick with him, and he's been nothing short of spectacular his entire. It really is 2-year career. He's everywhere. He plays great offensively. He's great defensively as well. He's everywhere, but he is the lone. Yeah. He is
I was going to say he may be great defensively, but the rest of the team ain't because they're 27th in goals against.
Right. So it's like, I mean, at the one hand, you're like, wow, we have such a great generational talent, but at the same time, where is the rest of our offense? That's what I worry about with San Jose, really, at the end of the day, is where can we get
that and defense.
more, and defense too, but where can we get more secondary scoring to add so that Celebrini doesn't have to do so much? That kind of a deal. He showed himself, obviously, too, in the Olympics, having such a great Olympic tournament. Definitely a rising star, future star in the league. But, yeah, it's like trying to figure out, okay, how do we get the talent around him to be better? Rather than just make it all focus. We went through it, of course, with Lindros back in the day, but we also had players around him that were pretty good NHL pros, too.
Yeah,
It seemed like with
Recchi,
him. Yeah, Recchi.
Mark Recchi set the team record for points in a season with
Lindros.
Here,
exactly.
We had some offense going besides him, not just him.
So. Oh, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. All right, so 7 games, 14 possible points. How you calling this one?
It's going to be a make or break 2 weeks, I think, Steve, heading into the middle part of March, middle to latter part of March. So really, in order for them to either keep pace or get ahead, obviously you need points. I see a Rangers win. I see a Capitals win. I could see 4 out of there. I don't see a Minnesota win at all. I'd be lucky if you get 1 point out of there, to be perfectly honest. I don't think you get one, though. Especially considering that you have to travel over there the next night. That's not easy.
Yeah.
Coming back home, Columbus, that looks to be a little bit of a trap game because you're coming back off of Minnesota, so you got to come back home, day off, but then game time, division rival, they're ahead of you in the standings as well. You have to be ready for them. I don't know with this. I think if you take care of Zach Werenski, I don't think, I don't think that it should be a cakewalk. Like, it should be an easy win there, but you got to watch him.
They've given us problems. They've given us problems.
Oh, yeah.
Mainly because of him. But
mainly because of him. Yeah. And then you got Anaheim, LA, San Jose. Anaheim, I think, is a fool's gold. I've always thought they were fool's gold, to be perfectly honest. Defensively, we could take advantage of them. We did do that here. I think we could do it there. LA the next night, as long as we watch out for Panarin, I think we got a chance, but we got to watch out for Panarin. And then, we beat San Jose here. Same deal. We did watch Celebrini very well. I think you could beat Celebrini. So 14, I'm going to say 10. But you'd have to go on multiple winning streaks in order to get to that 10, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm saying Rangers, Washington, and I'm saying that there's probably going to be a Columbus win in there if they can pull it out. And then that way you would have, like, if you could get 2 out of 3 with Anaheim, LA, San Jose, I think you're looking pretty good.
Yeah, if you want to be in this, you got to beat the Rangers. You got to beat the Capitals.
Yeah.
I think you're taking an L against Minnesota.
Yeah.
Big time team, second half of back-to-back.
Yep.
Although they've shown they'll probably lose to the Capitals and then beat Minnesota.
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's, yeah. But my worry is coming back home against Columbus. And
Agree. You've got the Rangers and Capitals are two teams who have basically admitted they're out.
Yeah.
So you gotta beat those two.
Yep.
You have to beat Columbus.
Yeah.
So that's 6 out of 8 there.
Yeah.
Anaheim is a mess defensively. San Jose is a mess defensively.
Yep.
You got to win those two.
Yep.
And I think LA is going to be tough because they're defensively they're very good.
I think you could probably squeak a point maybe out of LA. Maybe. But yeah.
So I'm looking for 10.
Do you see 10 out of this?
You could absolutely get
10 out of here. Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have to because the end of the season, you're playing Carolina, you're playing Montreal.
Oh, yeah.
You know, so you got to make your hay.
Oh, yeah.
So you got this will tell us. I think this is the critical section here. This will tell us: do we actually still have a shot, or is it over?
Yeah, it's a definite make or break. I think.
I mean, we're falling off the edge now as it is. They could get 10 points, and still it could be over.
Sure.
This 2-week period is over.
Right. It really depends on what Boston does, how Detroit continues, how Montreal plays, all that kind of stuff, and how we can continue to leapfrog, teams like the Senators. You got to watch out for the Panthers. The Devils have won 3 in a row. That kind of a deal where it's like you got to still stay above the fray.
Yeah.
And that's the biggest question right now is can they? And I think they can with this schedule, but then they've also shown that they will go in there and lay eggs against teams that you should beat. Yeah. So it's really critical for them to really just focus in and get the points where they can and prevent teams from really from trying to make a run on them at that point. If you start losing 2 or 3 in a row in this 2-week stretch of games, I think you're pretty much done at that point.
Absolutely. You get 10 as the bare minimum.
Yeah.
To get out of this to be relevant.
Yeah.
And the good news is a lot of them are against Western Conference teams, so a loss, 1 or 2 losses to those, isn't going to affect you as much as losing to an Eastern Conference team.
Right. All of your home games are divisional this time. All of your road are on the Western Conference side of the thing. So that's something to just keep in mind. But at the same time, getting 10 or more points out of these possible 14, I think is absolutely mission critical. If they don't, then I think this is a lost season at this point.
Yeah, agree. A 10 minimum, 12 is doable.
Oh, yeah.
Either by beating LA or getting to overtime with
Minnesota.
LA, getting to overtime with Minnesota.
Yeah.
Or 13 if you can get to overtime with Minnesota and beat LA.
Oh.
Yeah. That would potentially put you in striking distance by the time this thing is over and still have a shot.
Oh, yeah.
10's the bare minimum. You can't come out of this with any less than 10.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. It'll be interesting. Down the stretch we come. And, it's getting scary, but at the same time, it's exciting, too. That kind of a deal. So we'll just have to see how it goes, how they play.
Shots.
Yeah. Shots. That kind of a deal.
Shots, get them.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that wraps it up for us. Enjoy the next 2 weeks of Flyers hockey. Hopefully we can. Hopefully they give us reason to.
Right.
And we'll see you back in 2 more weeks to see where we're at and if we're starting to plan for draft positioning.
Or a wild card spot. Who knows? Crossing fingers. We'll see.
Wishful thinking. But we'll see. It's not in our hands. We're just the foolish prognosticators.
That's right.
So for Matt Craig, I'm Steve Murray. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Until then, let's go Flyers.